welcome to the Trews. Clampdown on the tax dodgers yields billions. A drive to stamp out tax dodging has brought the Treasury 23.9 billion this year. Figures reveal. Hold on a minute, these figures are revealing something. It's the number that they represent when written. Yeah, of course, you loonies. Well, it would, wouldn't it? If you take tax dodgers' billions, you will then have billions. We've just realised that if we take that money that we're owed, yes, go on, we then have it. Brilliant! It's enough to make Canada cry. Ice hockey is English. It doesn't make that much difference. Football's English. Get ready for that World Cup breakdown that we're going to witness. In fact, while we're on the subject of the World Cup, what the hell is this man doing? We conquer Rio ahead of the World Cup by getting a... Man, that's actually happening. A man's gone up there, up on that thing. You don't realise that thing represents Jesus. Like, what are you getting up there for? Do us proud, Roy. Well, it's going to be difficult for me to do you proud if you put maracas in my hands and dress me up as an exotic bird of paradise. Shut up, Roy. Do us proud. Okay. What are the sort of like the iconic roots of it? Well, it's Christ, obviously, sort of the Redeemer, Christ the Redeemer. I suppose that's specifically the aspect of Christ that redeems us of our sins, and by God the Son needs him. Poor people are more likely than the wealthy to develop the more deadly types of cancer. An American study suggests that will likely be because of the other aspects of poverty: terrible diet, awful job, stress, etc. It's not like cancer's sort of a cruel kick in the teeth. You know you've been poor? Oh, yes, we do, sir, yes. Well, there's another twist. It's deadly cancer. OK, we'll accept it, Governor. Forget careers, have babies in your 20s, and you'll feel joyously smug. And that's the aim, is it? Smugness. Confusing bins and green fatigue, turning people off recycling. Right, I think I might recycle this. Ooh, am I a bin? Or are you the bin? Are you throwing that into me, or am I throwing it into you? What's real? Anyway, James Lovelock, who came up with that Gaia theory, as I tell you every couple of days, says that we shouldn't bother. Can that be right? I am a bit apathetic, aren't I? Don't recycle, don't do that, we have a snout. Don't bother having the snouts. Dub it out yourself, you're poor, you're going to get cancer anyway. Right, now check this out. This is from Daniel Pinchbeck's book, Breaking Open the Head. This, I mean, I'm in recovery from drug and alcohol addiction, so I can't take drugs, but it sounds good, some of these drugs that he's been taking. Listen to this one. Not like good, like, oh, I felt really buzzed, man. I could go all night. I could go at it all night. It's more like this. They took this drug called salvia that you smoke. Check it out. I felt a tall female entity put her hand on my shoulder and physically pull me backwards. I then became aware of the presence of a number of these strange entities. They seemed to be surrounding me in a circle or semicircle. I remember hearing phrases spoken sharply in some languages unknown to me. These beings wanted me to be absolutely clear about something. I think it was their name. It's a weird thing if you're an entity from another dimension to be worried. Now make sure you get this right. I know this sounds fucking crazy, but it sounded like divorum and or divorium salvia divinorum. I felt as if I was being interrogated by a panel of superior life forms. I believe that part of the message of the spirit was trying to make very clear that salvia is truly divine, of the gods, and must be approached with care and respect. That's interesting. There seem to be some psychedelic drugs or plant-derived substances, toxins, hallucinogens, I don't know the proper words, that cause you to have transcendent experiences. That's interesting, isn't it? Because people like that have taken this DMT, they consistently report encounters with mystical beings or light entities that communicate with them and give them all sorts of information. Is it possible, therefore, that this process of filtration of physical material information excludes less tangible to us on this realm whole dimensions and entities and beings that are there among us? Don't be bloody ridiculous. Like in that sort of, even in the multiverse theory, if space is infinite, there's an infinite number of blah 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 universes simultaneously, where it becomes indecipherable and unknowable to us what energy is, what material is, how energy and vibrations are behaving, because we don't understand it only up to a certain point within a certain frequency range within the realm of our senses, that there are other forms of consciousness. According to these drugs, there bloody well is. If you've taken some of these drugs, tell us on the comments edition, because I'd love to know. But don't do drugs, because they might be bad for you. Unless you're a person who can safely do drugs, in which case do these drugs and then tell me what happens to you, because I'd like to know. That is some truth.
Trews is a tool that is abused to fool you and to leave you scared and confused. Trews is like the news. If the news was true, I want some Trews. Let's have some Trews.